Good afternoon and welcome once again to Stadium 3 at the Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark Complex for the last game of the opening round of the U-18 Baseball World Cup. I'm Craig Durham, glad to have you with me on this 25-degree overcast day with a high probability of rain, 85%, so they say. It hasn't rained yet today since we've been at the ballpark. Already seeing two games go final. Good one between Australia and Canada that saw Australia lock up first place in the opening round standings, knocking off Canada 7-6. That game a one-run win for Australia. Had it been a one-run loss, not only would they have not finished first in the opening round standings, they wouldn't have advanced to the super round as the Netherlands beat China at the same time 10-6. So the Netherlands, Canada, and Australia all finished 3-2. But only Canada and Australia will advance. This one here this afternoon between Spain and South Africa, two teams that are going to the consolation round. And we'll start with a look at the lineup for the visitors. South Africa, Jamie Lang leads off, Cornelius Miller bats second, and Keon Schwartz bats third. November Greenslade and Jordan Riffle bat 4, 5, and 6, with Kevin Costigan batting seventh, Darian Pretorius, the shortstop, batting eighth, and Anobu Katelu in right field batting ninth. A South Africa squad that's yet to notch a victory in this tournament, led by Dean McKinnon. They have yet to really compete in a game, falling by some lopsided scores. Meanwhile, a Spain group that's gone 1-3 that has led in each of the three games that they lost could easily have two, maybe even 3 or 4 wins. Instead, they are going to the consolation round, and at most we'll have 2 wins in the opening round. You see that outfield defense of Jorge, Franco, Frank Hernandez, and Paul Rodriguez. Juan Gonzalez is at first, Giancarlo Sapero at second, Justin Castillo at short, Ruben Fernandez at third, with Luis Martin doing the catching, and Jorge Mayra on the mound. Australian, Japanese, Korean, and Mexican umpires. James Shields calling the balls and strikes. Kana Soto at first, Pak Won Jun at second, and Erwin Zambrano at third. You see the cloudy skies, the mist hanging in the mountaintops. It could rain here today. You saw that 85% probability, which I'd say is beyond the probability, even a likelihood of rain, as we play the last 2 games in Group B. Japan, Chinese Taipei, and the United States will advance. United States taking on Panama. They're getting started just as we are here, over behind us by about 50 yards. Spain and Panama each trying to earn a second victory. South Africa just looking to get in the win column. They were held winless at the U-18 World Cup in Thunder Bay, Ontario. And now, along with China, are the only unbeaten teams here in Gijang. Are we lucky to have gotten these games in today? And it's kind of miraculous that we only had 4 games to play today, considering all the rain that we've had starting Sunday night, running right on through last night. The night games, each of the last 2 nights, shortened by the rain. We got just 5 innings in on Monday night. They got 6 innings in last night, but both ball games were official.
Jamie Lane.
Looks like we're ready to go. 2 right-handers to do battle. Mayral from the windup, and has his first pitch fouled off by Jamie Lang, our third baseman today from South Africa. Miller and Schwartz to follow. It's been an upbeat group throughout this tournament. The scores aside, it's all gone well for South Africa. Unfortunately, the scores do matter. This ball hit pretty well out to left field, but under it, Rodriguez there for out number 1. On opening day, the United States beat South Africa 11-0. That game shortened to 7 innings. The following day, Japan needed just 6 innings to beat South Africa 19-0. Panama 17-2 winners in a 5-inning affair on Sunday morning. Then the game that we're seeing right here now that was scheduled to be played Monday allowed the teams a little bit of rest before South Africa lost again in 5 innings last night, 15-0 to Chinese Taipei. So the longest game that South Africa has played has been a 7-inning game, and that was against the United States, the 4-time defending champions at the U-18 level. It was a promising start, but it hasn't gone all that well since then. Just 2 runs scored in 4 games for South Africa. 62-2 is the differential as Miller lines it right back up the middle. It's caught by Mayral. 2 away for Keon Schwartz. No place for Cornelius Miller to go. He barely left the box. 1 foot out of the batter's box before it disappeared into Mayral's glove. The right-hander goes back into motion and has his first pitch to Schwartz. Stay high for him. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a ball shot out into center field and a hit. 2-out base runner for South Africa.
November. Now hitting number 1, catcher, Luke November.
Luke November. Been hitting the top of this order, dropping down into the cleanup spot today. Taking a breaking ball for a strike. You hear the chatter from an enthusiastic South African bunch. The teams that will not advance out of Group B, Panama, South Africa, and Spain, will take on the 3 teams that failed to advance out of Group A, the Netherlands, Nicaragua, and China. Might be a winnable game or 2 in there for South Africa. November, meanwhile, ahead 2-1. He's 1 for 9 in the tournament. That's a 111 batting average. He has an RBI, and in fact, he has his team's only run batted in. Of the 2 runs they have scored, only 1 came courtesy of a play that allowed for an RBI to be recorded. Now November ahead 3-1. Schwartz, meanwhile, still on first base. The hit of his second of the tournament. He's 2 for 7 now, and he runs as November swings and sends it bounding towards third. The throw is a good one from Fernandez to retire the side. A 2-out single, nothing further. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Spain comes up in a scoreless game.
레반스에 들어갈 남아프리카 공화국의 수비 위치를 말씀드리겠습니다.
Justin Castillo will lead off for Spain. Ruben Fernandez and Frank Hernandez to follow. Juan Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter today. Paul Rodriguez batting 5th, playing left. Luis Martin at the 6th slot in the order. Giancarlo Sapero bats 7th, Raphael Blanca bats 8th, and Jorge Franco, the right fielder, bats 9th. Defensively for South Africa, an infield that features Corbin Greenslade at first base, Kevin Costigan at second, Darian Pretorius at short, and Jamie Lang at third.
Pitcher,
Jordan
Nathan
Riffle is
Gilbert.
in left,
Catcher,
Cornelius
Luke
Miller in center,
November.
and
First
Anobu
base,
Katelu
Corbin Greenslade.
in right
Second
field with
base,
Luke
Kevin
November doing the
Costigan.
catching.
Third base,
And Nathan
Jamie
Gilbert,
Lane.
the right-hander, on the
Shortstop,
mound.
Darian Pretorius. Left field, Jordan
This is a
Riffle.
pretty potent
Center
Spanish
field,
lineup.
Cornelius Miller.
And again, the
Right field,
South
Anabuyo
African pitching
Casello.
staff has had trouble limiting their opponents when it comes to putting up crooked numbers. So we'll see what kind of outing we get from Gilbert. I will say this about the South African pitchers. It's not like they've been going up there and walking everybody. They've been competitive. They've just faced some really good hitting teams and haven't quite been able to match them with the pitches that they brought forth.
Now hitting number 2, shortstop,
Gilbert,
Justin
making
Castillo.
his second appearance in his first start, has only logged an inning in this tournament, and it was a good one, a perfect one, you could say. And you wouldn't be wrong against the United States. Didn't allow a base runner in that inning in the 11-0 defeat. But his first pitch is hit into right field, and the throw goes to first. A good idea, but just not enough time to get the runner at first base. And there it is, the first single allowed by Gilbert in the tournament. Castillo didn't wait around.
Now hitting number 7, third base, Ruben Fernandez.
A little bit late on the inside fastball, just muscling it into right field. Kind of Soto behind him. We'll see how concerned Gilbert is with Castillo and the running attack. And Spain may force the issue on the base paths here as they look to build a big lead early. Where it goes, November with the throw, it actually goes into center field. There was an opportunity there for November to throw out that base runner. Castillo's jump wasn't fantastic. Watch the hesitation from November. Right there, he had to jump a second time as he tried to pull the ball out of the glove and struggled with that. And then the throw wound up at center field, but it didn't affect the play. It's a stolen base after the single, and Castillo stands in scoring position with now a 3-ball, no-strike count on Fernandez. Gets into the battle with a 3-1 count now. Three and two. Not a lot of mystery there. He went right after him. And he does so again, gets the swing and the pop foul out of play. A look at Dean McKinnon in South Africa's dugout. This pop-up might be playable. November back for it. It's just beyond his range there. Out of play. And the count holds 3-2. Nice little battle between Fernandez and Gilbert. Scoreless game, second batter, bottom of the first. A single and a stolen base have Justin Castillo on second. Now ball hit again in the air, shallow left. A couple of players converge. The catch is made by Riffle for out number 1. Nice job by Gilbert after falling behind 3-0 and having Castillo steal second on it to bounce back.
Now hitting number 9.
After 3-0, he threw 5 straight strikes. Getting darker here too. Cloudy skies all day. Really murky skies beyond the outfield wall at field 2. Here it's pretty clear, but we'll hope that's the direction the weather's coming from. And judging by the flags, the air's just not moving a whole lot, kind of blowing softly across the field right to left. Runner goes, pitch grounded up the middle, and this will open the scoring. Castillo almost left too early, almost to the point where Gilbert could have stepped off and gone to third to try and pick him off. But he took off at the right time. Hernandez pounded the ball into center field to give Spain this 1-0 lead.
First base, Juan Gonzalez.
Let's go, don't worry about him. Come on. Luka got you.
11 pitches so far in this inning. 3 batters have come up, 2 singles and a pop out. Runner goes, the throw from November on the money. 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Hernandez didn't have a prayer. Perfect throw from Luke November. Doesn't get any easier than that for second base umpires. We've got 2 gone. The base is empty. And a 1-strike pitch that misses outside. Looked like Gilbert took something off that pitch. Juan Gonzalez having a big tournament. He has at least 1 hit in every game. He had 3 in the game against the United States yesterday. 6 for 15 with 4 doubles, 4 RBI. 2-1. Dialed back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and the base is empty. A run in for Spain. Nathan Gilbert 1 strike away from sending us into the second. From the windup, his pitch, line back to him. Nice play for the out that retires the side. A run on 2 hits with nobody left. We're off to the second. Spain leads South Africa 1-0.
이회초 남아프리카 국가국 공격 5번 타자 1루수 콜빈 그린슬레이트.
Top of second inning. Now hitting number 8, first base, Corbin Greenslade.
Cheering sections on both sides of the diamond. Spain down the third base line. South Africa down the first base line. A well-played first inning. Each team sending 4 men to bat. Corbin Greenslade, first baseman, swings at the first pitch and bounces it fair over the bag down in left field. It hits the part of the sidewall that juts out. So he'll cruise into second with a leadoff double, and that's a tying run in scoring position for South Africa.
이번 타자 전술 조정입니다.
See, the ball just died once it hit that mesh netting. And a chance to manufacture a run, perhaps, with Riffle batting. Maybe you ask him to drop down a bunt.
Hey, you got some wheels there. Let's go.
Greenslade takes his lead off second. The third baseman for Spain, Ruben Fernandez, isn't in on the grass. They throw to first. And he's out at first base. He didn't touch the bag. A heads-up play by Spain's defense. Greenslade, his hands upturned. He can't believe it. South Africa, if they want, can challenge this call, and I think they're going to. That's the signal we seem to be getting from Dean McKinnon. I'm not sure who caught it for Spain, but somebody had the feeling that Corbin Greenslade, in his haste of rounding first base to get to second, just missed the bag. He's not giving it up easily, though. He'll stand there. And that's going to be tough. The call on the field is out, so we will wait and see if there's conclusive evidence from that replay or another that shows that he did touch the base. Can't really tell from that angle. And look who's watching so carefully there. Juan Gonzalez's eyes are right down on the bag. Is the foot right down on the bag? It's very tough to tell. That's an awkward place to nearly step on the bag. You'd think it'd be the right foot rounding first, but it was the left foot, and it was on the part of the base nearest to the line. They may have access to some angles that we do not have access to in the video replay room. And that's what's being looked at there. My favorite part of that replay is watching Juan Gonzalez, the first baseman, his eyes just fixated on the base. So he has to be the one that alerted his coaching staff to the fact that, in his estimation, Corbin Greenslade didn't touch the base, but upon review, it's overturned. The big smile from Juan Gonzalez. Dean McKinnon gets a pat on the back from his designated hitter, Keon Schwartz. So it is a leadoff double. And Jordan Riffle comes up. South Africa gets to keep the challenge. They can challenge another play. Riffle takes a curveball inside, 1-0. from the belt buckle. 2-0 pitch is low, 3-0. Jorge Mayral, after giving up that double on the very first pitch, has been out of the zone with the next 3. Each team with 2 hits already in the ball game, none out, top of the second. Riffle may take a strike or 2. He won't have to. That one's in the dirt. He'll take off the shin guard and race up the first base line. Meanwhile, Greenslade's on third on the wild pitch.
Now hitting number 11.
What a forgettable sequence from Jorge Mayral. And I thought if Riffle was going to take a walk, then you'd be set up at first and second with nobody out in an obvious bunting situation. But now you don't have to give up an out. With Kevin Costigan, the second baseman, digging in with runners on the corners. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down into center field, and that'll tie the game. 1-1, top of the second. And a runner in scoring position with nobody out, standing as the go-ahead run. A stolen base for Riffle. An error on Martin, allowing Greenslade to score. A double, a walk, a steal, and kind of a nightmarish start to the second for Spain. And here's a really good bunt. Picked up by the bare hand of Mayral, and he throws it away. South Africa takes a 2-1 lead. And rounding hard is stopping ultimately at second is Costigan. Whoa.
Now hitting number 4, shortstop, Darian Pretorius.
What a bunt. That was perfect. The throw, had it been a little lower down, could still have gotten Costigan. And a lengthy mound meeting.
Hey, good job, Kim. One game, Kim. Darian. Glorious.
A righty-righty matchup. The throw to second. Back safely is Costigan. That was an E1 all the way, by the way. 2-base throwing error by Mayral. It's also a sacrifice for Costigan, so he's not penalized. In the box score, he's nothing for nothing. 2 runs scoring on errors, E2 and E1.
Let's go.
2 errors for Spain. Here's the pitch. Inside. Two balls, no strikes. And they hit out. Ooh, look out. Hold on, a ball just came flying onto the field from the other ballpark, and it almost, I mean, really came close to hitting David Arza, who was going out to the bullpen. I was just watching him jog out, and I wonder if there's a shot of that. There's probably not, but as he was running out towards the bullpen down the left field line, a ball came out of nowhere onto the field. It really almost got him. That would have been incredible. Now ball grounded up the middle. Great job to advance the runner, the throw to first in time for the out.
두번 타자
On to third base
아노루요
is
캐셀러.
Costigan.
Now hitting number 19, right field, Honorio Casello.
A productive out for Darian Pretorius. And a good play, too, by Castillo. It wasn't an exceptionally difficult play, but the way this inning has gone, Spain needed a play like that. Just a little bit of home cooking, something to settle you down. Fifth batter of the inning, Anovu Katelu. The infield is halfway in. Juan Gonzalez, the first baseman, on the lip of the grass. A swing and a pop-up. Foul territory near the first base dugout. Just beyond the reach of Martin. I think he had room to make the play, but there was a lot of factors to contend with. His feet can't cross that white line, but had he reached across it with his feet on one side of it, reached into the dugout, you can definitely pull that back. The set at the belt, the 0-1. Spins in high. This is a Spain team that led the United States 3-2 in the 7th inning yesterday. They led Japan 2-0 in the 8th inning on the opening day of this opening round. It's South Africa's first lead of the tournament, meanwhile. One out, runner on third, 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, 1-2 on Katelu. Good fastball there, running away from the right-handed hitter. And another pop fly in that same area near the first base dugout, but there's more room to get this one, and Gonzalez has it. Two gone, still on third is Costigan.
1번 타자 3루수 제이미 램.
Now hitting number 26, third base, Jamie Lane.
Big at bat here. And a good curveball to start it from Myra. Lang flew out to left field. Made pretty good contact flying out to left field when he led off the ball game. But a hit here to open up a 2-run lead would be massive for South Africa. And if Lang is to get that 2-out hit to double the lead, it'll have to come with 2 strikes. He's down in the 0-2 start. A look at the runner at third, the 0-2 pitch. In the air to right. It'll hang up there for Franco. And the side is retired. 2 runs on 1 hit with 2 errors and a man left on third. We've played an inning and a half, and how about this? South Africa leads Spain 2-1. A look at Jorge Mayral, Get some love from his teammates. He had a tough start to that inning. The young man giving up a leadoff double. There's the touch of the corner of the base. It was initially ruled that Greenslade didn't touch the bag, but upon video replay, that call was overturned. Then Mayoral walked Riffle, and then on a bunt towards him, he threw it away. So really couldn't have been a worse start for the young right-hander, but then he bounced back, getting a ground out to short, a pop out to first, and a fly out to right to end the inning. And we move along with Paul Rodriguez leading off the home half of the second. How long will South Africa hold on to this lead? Meanwhile, over at Field 2, the United States has a 2-0 lead over Panama. I guess how long South Africa holds this lead is almost entirely dependent on how effective Nathan Gilbert can be on this Wednesday afternoon in Gijang. The right-hander with stellar mechanics hits the outside edge. 2-1 the count. A ground ball to second, a bobble, a spin, and the throw to first not in time, and that's the kind of play that has to be made if South Africa is going to hold on to this lead for a while and maybe win its first game of the tournament. That's really a pretty routine ground ball. Costigan might have just had too much time to sit back and think about it. By the time he scooped it up, it was too late. So already the third error today. 2 for Spain in the top of the second, 1 for South Africa to start the bottom half of the inning. Luis Martin, the catcher, takes upstairs. The third baseman, Jamie Lang, is guarding against the bunt, but he takes a step back after watching Martin really show no sign of a bunt. I'd be surprised to see him drop one down. Spain probably not going to be playing for the 1 run here early, and now they'll maybe have to think about a bunt a little bit more seriously with runners on first and second, though I still think that they'll be swinging away as they
now hitting number 1, second
start to pile up the base runners. Maybe think about putting together a big inning. Base hit could tie it. The lead runner, Rodriguez, runs well. That one just got away from Gilbert. Here comes Sapero. And Sapero, 4 for 17 with 3 runs scored, a double and RBI. Ground ball hit towards short. The throw is to second. They get the out there, and it'll bring up a first and third 1-out situation. Really good play from Darian Pretorius to get the out at second. Though I wonder if he had a chance to cut down the lead runner. His momentum was taking him that way. I thought he was going to go to third, but he didn't even think about it. You know, you turn that play so many times. As a shortstop, you practice going to second over and over. It's not necessarily your first thought to look to third base. But as you saw in the replay, it would have been a pretty close play. He definitely had a chance to get Rodriguez, and now a swing and a miss and strike 1 on Blanca. Fly ball from Raphael Blanca could tie the game at 2. Middle infield of Pretorius and Costigan back deep, hoping perhaps for a double play ball. And a strike called. Blanca, I didn't see him ask for time. All I saw was, as the pitch was being delivered, he tried to step out. And he's quickly down. No activity yet from Sapero, who's on first. And now a terrific diving play made by Luke November. to keep South Africa in front 2-1, and a wry smile from Nathan Gilbert as he came in to take the ball back from his catcher. Watch this. That's as good a pick as you'll see a catcher make all tournament. Still not enough to keep Sapero from moving first to second. Gilbert still ahead, 1-2, and this one gets by his catcher. November back for it, but no, that'll allow the tying run to score. And it's 2-2. An error, a walk. Fielder's choice, ground out. Now back-to-back wild pitches. One to allow the runner first to second, and now one to allow Paul Rodriguez to score and Sapero to keep moving, going first to third on back-to-back wild pitches. Still just one out in the inning, and Blanca, the DH, has been able to work the count now even 2-2. The next pitch from Gilbert will be his 30th, and it's high for ball 3.
Come, challenge him, challenge him. Come on, let's beat somebody. Let's lose him, let's go.
Low 2 to a walk.
Franco. Now
First and third again.
12, right field, Jorge Franco.
Warm, humid afternoon. You saw 25 degrees at first pitch. It's been considerably cooler the last couple of days with all the rainfall. High, throw to second, and another run scores. Throw to third, safe at third. Not the way you necessarily want to see a comeback made. November's throw, skipping past the shortstop, winding up in center field, allowing for an extra base. Blanca goes first to third, a stolen base, an error. And 2-0. On Franco, the right fielder, who's the last member of either starting lineup to make a plate appearance in this one. 6 straight balls from Gilbert. There's a strike on a foul ball. Double steal. It's a wacky inning. 3-1. Error, a walk, a fielder's choice, 2 wild pitches, a double steal, another error. And that's how you've got 2 runs in, a man on third, and some help from Franco there chasing what would have been ball 4. Instead, bringing the count full, 3-2. Never mind. Only saw the end result. It was dropped by November. It was a good pitch. Would have been called a strike. Now the 3-2. Fisted softly into center field. The catch is made by Cornelius Miller, whose throw to the plate is cut off. A good job there by Gilbert to battle back from 2-0, get the out, and keep Raphael Blanca on third.
Now hitting number 2.
Here's Justin Castillo.
Justin Castillo.
Already a couple of lead changes in this game. Good first pitch, strike one to Castillo, who singled on the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the first inning, came around to score on Franco Hernandez's RBI single. 0-1 spins in high and wide. A pop-up back into the netting. 1-2. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Gilbert. And the side retired in the second. 2 runs for Spain. They wipe out a 2-1 deficit and head into the third with a 3-2 lead.
탑에서 남아프리카 공화국 공격. 이번 타자 중견수 Cornelius Miller.
Top of third inning. Now hitting number 21 center field, Cornelius Miller.
Cornelius Miller will lead off for South Africa. He lined back to the mound his first time up in the first inning. His team trailing 3-2. The left-hander swings at the first pitch. A diving stop by Juan Gonzalez, who springs up and wins the foot race to the bag for the out. That starts the third. Keon Schwartz will be the batter next. 1 pitch, 1 out, exactly the start to this inning that Jorge Mayral needed.
Designated hitter, Keon Schwartz.
First pitch strike to Schwartz, who singled with 2 outs. His last time up, his second hit of the tournament. He's had a pretty good tournament, 2 for 7. Flared out to center. Franco Hernandez able to get in under it. He almost overran it.
4번 타자 버즈 Luke November.
Now hitting number 1 catcher, Luke November. Nothing on Luke November. You can tell he's kind of a heart and soul player. Catchers so often are involved with nearly every part of every play that their team makes. Everybody really into Luke November. Every time he's doing something there, he's sending it for a ride out to left field. But in the end, it's a 1-2-3 top of the third. Nice inning for Jorge Mayral. And
3회 스페인 공격 2번 타자 3루수 루벤 페르난데스.
Bottom of third inning. Now hitting number 7, third base, Ruben Fernandez.
Spain coming to bat with the lead. First time they've come up to bat with a lead here today. They came up with the score tied, no score in fact, in the bottom of the first inning, and opened the scoring, taking a 1-0 lead. South Africa with 2 in the top of the second. Spain trailing by a run was able to score 2 with just 1 hit. Check that, able to score 2 without a hit. A couple of walks, a couple of errors. And now we'll see what happens with Ruben Fernandez facing off against Nathan Gilbert a second time. Fernandez flew out to left field in the first inning ahead. Gilbert catches the corner and moves it to 0-2. One-two pitch is high, and this has kind of been the trend we've noticed from Gilbert today. He's gotten ahead of quite a few hitters with 2 strike counts, but then has had trouble putting them away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is, I think, the third time it's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. And he lost him, and again, that's not the first time we've seen it. I think it was Blanca. It was Blanca. With 1 out last inning, Blanca went down 0-2, and then the next 4 were balls, and on to first he went. That's now 3 walks issued by Nathan Gilbert. Dean McKinnon comes out of the dugout. He'll take a handshake and the ball from his starter and go to the bullpen with a runner on first and nobody out in the bottom of the third. Spain batting with a 3-2 lead.
남아프리카 공화국 선수 교체가 있겠습니다. 투수 Keon Schwartz.
Now coming in to pitch for Team Republic of South Africa. Number 5, Keon Schwartz.
Keon Schwartz, who began the game as the designated hitter, now takes over on the mound, so South Africa will play the rest of this game without a DH. Schwartz's first pitch misses low, ball 1. He deals with Frank Hernandez. An RBI single to his credit already today. Hernandez 3 for 15 in the tournament. That ball taken low, 2-0. The RBI earlier in this game, his second in 5 games played in the opening round of this U-18 World Cup. A strike, a throw to first, and a nice job to block it by Corbin Greenslade. That ball looked like it really wanted to get out into right field. Now a ball through the hole into right field. And first and second with nobody out for Spain.
4번 타자 1루수 Juan Gonzalez.
Now hitting number 24, first base, Juan Gonzalez.
Not going to be an easy first inning of work for Schwartz, but he gets a ground ball to second here. Just one play was so softly hit that the only out available to Kevin Costigan was at first base.
5번 타자 좌익수 Paul
It
Rodriguez.
works out
Now hitting number 16,
in effect like a
left
sacrifice
field,
bunt.
Paul Rodriguez.
Runners on second and third. One away for Paul Rodriguez. He reached on the error by Costigan to start last inning. Has 2 hits, has scored 3 runs at the World Cup here in Gijang. Schwartz's pitch to him is high. 1 RBI for Paul Rodriguez so far. That came yesterday against the United States. A game that Spain really had a chance to win. That would have turned this into a very meaningful game, as well as forced the American game against Panama that's going on right now into a very meaningful moment as well. That game is in the bottom of the third inning, just like ours. And the score is 3-0. The Americans over Panama 3-0. Swing and a miss to fill up the count. I like that pitch from Keon Schwartz. 2 runners in scoring position, 3-1, a great hitter's count. He brought the fastball that Rodriguez was expecting, but it was so good that he couldn't touch it, but now he loses him. A walk loads him up.
6번 타자 포수 Luis Martin.
Not the worst outcome there for Keon Schwartz and this South African club.
Luis Martin.
Opens up a force at every base. First pitch to Luis Martin, fouled out of play, right field side. Talked about that game yesterday, which Spain led 3-2 late. It was a 6-run 7th inning for the United States. It really turned the game around. What a leaping catch from Costigan, who throws to first in search of a double play and then gets bailed out by Corbin Greenslade. Oh man, what a leap.
Now hitting number 1, second base.
Keep this a 1-run ball game. Airborne, thinking 2, and what a pick. Just a tremendous job by Greenslade. Not that it would have undone all the good that catch did, but if that throw goes wild and a run or 2 scores, it's almost as if he didn't make the catch. That's how important that pick was from Greenslade, which you won't see in the box score, but realize just how impressive that was. Martin mystified, meanwhile, as to how that ball disappeared into the glove of his counterpart, Kevin Costigan.
Now it's 2-0 on Sapero. Wow, that was great.
Just your field, Keon. Just your field, let him hit.
Fouled out of play, a good 2-0 pitch. Again, low. That was where Schwartz went with the 3-1 pitch to Rodriguez down in the zone to get the swing on and the miss. And just a perfect play at second base. Well, the catch was perfect. Survived the throw. And now down low, and it's 3-1 again. And another 3-1 count. Now the bases are loaded, though. You can't afford to walk him. It's in the air to left field. Not that deep. And the catch is made. The side retired. And we'll go to the fourth. No runs on a hit with the bases left loaded. We've got a game after 3. It's Spain 3 and South Africa 2.
사이초 남아프리카 공화국 공격 5번 타자 1루수 콜빈 그린슬레이트.
Top of 4th inning. Now hitting number 8, first base, Corbin Greenslade.
Greenslade, Riffle, and Costigan. That is 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order for South Africa. This is where the party started in the top of the second when South Africa scored twice to turn a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Bounced off home plate. 1-0. And 2-0. From the windup, Jorge Mayral falls behind 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk. Greenslade's on base for the
1번
second
타자
time.
좌익수 졸단 리플.
Now hitting number 22, left field, Jordan Riffle.
Pitch is a strike. The throw to second is almost in time, but not quite there as Greenslade steals a base. I don't know why, but Spain's shortstop, Justin Castillo, was really late going to cover that throw. He got there just at the last moment, and the foot of Greenslade you see on the base before the tag. So the tying run in scoring position with nobody out. But 2 good pitches to Riffle.
pretty good pitch there, just inside. One-two, foul back into the netting. A really nice job by Raphael to get a little bit of that curveball and stay alive. Look at his eyes stay right on that pitch. Not any strikeouts yet. The South Africans putting the ball in play. 1-2. There's a ball put in play, a ground ball to the right side. Great job by Raphael to move Green Slate from second to third with just one out. Here's Costigan, who just saved a couple of runs with a leaping grab in the bottom of the third, now with a chance to tie the game in a number of ways in the top of the fourth. Costigan dropped down a bunt in the second inning, and it was a perfect bunt, so keep that in mind. He reached on what was an error by the pitcher. A lot of curveballs coming from Myral. That one popped foul. One strike, one out, and one man on third base. It's Green Slate who walked and stole second. Now a ball and a strike. Popped up in foul territory, and that's a big out from Myral. Keeps Green Slate on third, and now he'll get to deal with Pretorius with two away. It wasn't a hard play, but good play made by Luis Martin, the catcher, to whip off the mask and get under that ball, which was falling down to earth in a hurry. Good block now by Martin to keep Green Slate at third. Nothing. The next pitch, a big one, and it'll be number 50 for Myral. That's a swing and a foul back into the netting. That might have been ball three. It was high and pretty tight. Another pop-up foul, and now it's 2-2. Two-two. Bounding foul past the first base bag.
ground ball that's going to stay fair and will end the inning. A nice job by Jorge Mayral to pitch with a runner on third and leave him there. We've played 3.5, and Spain leads South Africa 3-2.
사이버 스페인 공격 8번 지명 타자 라파엘 블랑카.
Bottom of fourth inning. Now hitting number 29, designated hitter, Raphael Blanca.
Blanca, Franco, and Castillo. 8, 9, and 1 in Spain's batting order as we enter the bottom half of the fourth. 3-2 our score. Spain out in front. Each team has led in this game. It was Spain 1-0 in the first, South Africa 2-1 in the second, Spain 3-2 ever since the bottom half of the second inning when they scored 2 runs without a hit. In fact, Spain doesn't have a hit since the first. They've had 7 different base runners in the last 2 innings without a hit. 4 walks, an error, a fielder's choice, and allow me to correct myself, 1 hit, a single, and now another single. A ground ball into right field. It gets through the legs of Kitelu, and it's still rolling. Blanca goes to third on a misplayed ball in right field. That'll be a 2-base error on Anobu Kitelu, who's been a solid right fielder for South Africa at this tournament.
Now hitting number 12, right field, Jorge Franco.
Just a pretty routine ball on the ground that he missed. And then look at it, just kept going. That's probably the longest run of Anobu Kitelu's life. We all know that feeling. Chasing the ball you should have had. That one really hurts. What we don't know what it's like is to do it in your country's uniform. In a World Cup. Good pitch, though, from Keon Schwartz, who's beginning his first full inning of work. Came on in relief of Nathan Gilbert last frame. Ooh, pretty good pitch, 1-1. Final line for the starter, Nathan Gilbert, 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned with 2 walks and a strikeout. Now a ball hit to third. Throw to first, in time. Great job by Schwartz. Blanca still stands on third base now with 1 out.
1번 타자 유격수 요스틴 카스티요.
Now hitting number 2, shortstop, Justin Castillo.
Franco unable to deliver him home. Fly ball to right field. That'll be deep enough to bring in the run. Nice catch made by Kitelu. Jogging down the third base line to put Spain up by a pair. is Raphael Blanca. It's a 4-2 ball game with 2 outs, and now the base is empty here in the bottom of the
타자
4th.
3루수 루벤 페르난데스.
Now hitting number 7, third base, Ruben Fernandez.
Schwartz dealing, living in the zone, gets ahead 0-1. That RBI for Castillo is 5th of the tournament. That's just 1 shy of team leader Ruben Fernandez, who's batting now 1-1. Curveball, 2-2. And a strikeout for Keon Schwartz. Second strikeout for South African pitching in this one, and 4 innings are in the books with the score after 4. Spain 4 and South Africa 2.
초 남아프리카 공화국 공격 9번 타자 우익수 아노브요 캐셀러.
Top of 5th inning. Now hitting number 19, right field, Anoruyo Casella.
Anovu Katelu, who made the error that led to the run in the bottom of the 4th, leads off the 5th. A chance to kind of right a wrong right away for Katelu. Right-handed batter swings, hits it in the air to shallow right center. That's going to hang up there just long enough to allow for Frank Hernandez to get in under it and make the grab for out number 1.
1번 타자 3루수
Jamie Lang now making his 3rd plate appearance. I thought off the bat that one might get down in a hurry, but wound up staying up there a while. Grounded to 3rd. They make the out call at first base. It was a throw down in the dirt, dug out by Gonzalez.
2번 타자 중견수 Cornelius Miller.
And then it looked like there might have been some issue with the footwork at first base. Let's see how this played out. I don't have a great look at first base from down here. Ooh. What a job by Gonzalez to scoop that up in the nick of time. And Ruben Fernandez with a little cock of the head sideways. We've all been there. 2 outs on 2 pitches, meanwhile, as Myral is 1 out away from becoming victory eligible on a hot, sticky Wednesday afternoon. Grounded towards first, but foul. And so how about this? 4 pitches into the inning. 2 outs and 2 strikes. Myrals needed just 57 total pitches through his first 4 2/3. He's trying to get through 5 in under 60. A good idea by Cornelius Miller to ask for time, step out, and just, if nothing else, change the rhythm for Myral. 0-2. Spoiled. And a good take, the first ball of the inning. 1-2. Over on field 2, the United States has built a 5-0 lead over Panama. And now off the end of the bat, into left, and the side retired. 1-2-3. Nice work from Jorge Myral, who's gone 5, and we'll watch his team come to bat with a 4-2 lead when we return. Keon Schwartz is back on the hill. Some defensive changes for South Africa. A new right fielder.
남아프리카 공화국 선수 교체가 있겠습니다. 루이스 리간 펜슨버그.
Now coming into right
Strike call.
field for Team Republic of South Africa. Number 17, Regan Pansenberger.
Pansenberger is the new right fielder. Schwartz, meanwhile, coming off a solid 4th inning. Gets ahead of Frank Hernandez quickly, 0-2. This is a tough lineup here, especially at this portion. Hernandez, Gonzalez, and Rodriguez. Ball low. 2-2. A full count now. How often have we seen this? 0-2 to 3-2. Grounded left side. An infield single for Frank Hernandez. Once it got past Jamie Lang, the third baseman, you knew it was going to be at very least one base for Hernandez, who now has 3 singles today. It was a good job by Pretorius, the shortstop, to back up and get it. He looked like he really wanted to throw it to first too, but wisely pocketed it. This will be a real test for Schwartz. If he can get through this inning with no damage or minimal damage, then we're going into the break. South Africa very much still alive in the game, but if Spain can start to pull away here, it might be tough for South Africa to get back into it. They led it 2-1 after an inning and a half, with 3 unanswered so far from Spain. Fly ball out to shallow left field. And there's an out. A good job to get Gonzalez, who's now 0 for 3. Hernandez still on first, and Paul Rodriguez, who's been aboard twice without a hit, comes up.
타자 자이스 볼 로드리게스.
Now hitting number 16, left field, Paul Rodriguez.
High fly ball, hooking foul out of play down the right field line. Grounded right side, another diving get, the throw to first, and that one's on Greenslade. He had to be there at first base ready to make that catch. He was watching Costigan dive instead of going to cover first base.
1번 타자 포수 루이스 마틴.
Now hitting number 8.
Oh, what a play
catcher,
by
Luis
Costigan for the
Martin.
second straight inning. And watch the first baseman. He stood there and sort of drifted instead of, after the ball got by him, rerouting and going to cover the bag himself. That'll be an infield single that puts runners on first and second. Costigan leaping in the fourth, or sorry, it was the third, and then diving in the fifth to make 2 highlight reel plays. Nice pitch over the inner third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good stop by November. He's been forced to move to his right on a number of occasions in this game, and in nearly every instance he's been up to the task. That's big because it keeps the runners on first and second and keeps the double play possibility intact for South Africa, not to mention a chance to get the lead runner. A chopper foul, 2-2 now. Martinez walked and been the man robbed by Kevin Costigan. A look back at second. And a full count, 3-2.
3-2 the pitch. High and inside, ball 4, and that look from Keon Schwartz said it all. Wears his emotions on his sleeve
Now
there in
hitting
the
number
mound.
1, second base, Sapero.
Looked to be high and inside from my vantage point, especially on that replay. That's the look from Schwartz we were talking about. As he's walked a man for the 3rd time. And now no place to put Giancarlo Sapero. You got to find your best pitches here. Starts him with a good one, a swing and a foul for a strike. Sapero reached on a fielder's choice and later scored in the 2nd. He stole home on the back end of a double steal. He flew out to left field to end the 3rd inning. That was with the bases loaded, so this is his 2nd chance with the bases loaded. And he's quickly down 0-2. Rounded to 3rd. Here's the throw to the plate, and there's November making the play for the out. Nice job on both ends. Jamie Lang with the smart play, Luke November with the athletic pick while keeping his foot on home plate. The play is just a 5-2 force out. Look at that stretch from Luke November. He's really a player. I like to watch him. You can tell his team feeds off his energy too, and it's all good energy. Game still 4-2. Spain in front. Still a bases loaded setup now with 2 outs and a strike on Blanca. Popped up, foul. Again, Schwartz ahead, 2 strikes. Blanca's been in this spot before. He was down 0-2. He walked in the 2nd. He singled in the 4th. The pitch swung on and foul tip. November almost squeezed it. Ball wound up on the dirt. Fouled back. 0-2. Off the end of the bat, poked out towards 2nd. The throw to 1st, not quite in time. Here's the throw to the plate. That one is in time. And a great play to get the 2nd runner as Rodriguez, or rather Martin tried to score after Rodriguez.
for Rodriguez. Center. Number 2, shortstop. Now hitting number 19.
1번 타자 이경수. 이렇게서 남아프리카 공화국 공격 3번 타자 피터 투수 Keon Schwartz.
Top of 6th inning. Now hitting number 5, pitcher Keon Schwartz.
We got a ball game after 5 innings of play. It's 5-2 Spain over South Africa. South Africa had scored 2 runs in 4 games coming into this one, and then scored 2 in the top of the second to take a 2-1 lead. But Spain has steadily been at it ever since, scoring 2 in the bottom of the second to reclaim the lead, adding another in the 4th and another in the 5th. So it's 5-2 as Jorge Mayral continues on the hill. His pitch count really low, just 63 pitches as he works against Schwartz, who's come on to the hill and done a really fine job for South Africa. As a hitter, Keon Schwartz 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to center. And now a ground ball that's just foul past the third base bag. One and 2. November on deck, and then Greenslade. South Africa with just 2 hits to go along with those 2 runs. And the ball up high. 2 and 2. So it's 2 runs, 2 hits with 3 errors for South Africa. The errors have been costly. 5 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors for Spain. So we've seen 5 errors in the game. One was outside. Schwartz was able to lay off. Since the 2-run second inning, South Africa has actually had just one base runner when Greenslade took a walk to start the 4th. And now something's being looked at out in the left field corner. There may have been a ball out there. I think a ball escaped the bullpen. And it's been retrieved. So now we're ready for a big pitch, 3-2. Here it comes. And it's fouled back. Three and two again, and it's a leadoff walk, and that was really impressive from Schwartz, who's locked in today. You know those days where you show up to work and you just have it? He's got it today. Both on the hill and at the plate. He's been on base twice. And you can just tell he's feeling every part of the game just the way he wants to. You can really tell that because anytime he's thrown a bad pitch when he hasn't been able to keep a curveball up out of the dirt, for example, he gets right on himself. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily warranted or he should be so hard on himself, but he wants to be doing everything perfectly today because he feels like he can. And for the most part, he has, as November looks at a good curveball for strike one. Cleanup hitter, the catcher, has grounded to third base and flown out to left field. A deep fly ball that took Paul Rodriguez back to the front edge of the warning track. Now ground ball to third, throw to second, out there, on to first, no throw. Schwartz didn't slide into second. And so Sapero didn't even try and throw it through him.
Number 8, first base, Corbin Greenslade.
Just a fielder's choice, 5-4. November replaces Schwartz, who you see just really didn't do anything to get out of the way there. But no protesting from the Spanish side. The ball in the dirt. It's 1-0. Check swing, bouncer to first. Gonzalez gets the out at second. Then the throw to first is off the mark. But Greenslade wasn't going anywhere. He's aboard for the third time. Back-to-back fielder's choice groundouts. 5-4 to get Schwartz, 3-6 to get November.
Jordan Riffle.
Greenslade, who's doubled, walked, scored a run, stolen a base, is on again. The thick, muggy air. No wind at all. Curve drops in for a strike. The U.S. continues to lead Panama 5-0. And a ground ball to the left side that will end the inning. A leadoff walk, then 3 ground balls, and we've played 5.5, and Spain has a 5-2 lead.
Keon Schwartz, who drew a walk to begin this 6th inning, was one of 3 teammates who wound up occupying first base before the inning ended. Now is back on the hill and starts the bottom of the 6th with strike 1. Jorge Franco, the number 9 hitter, the right fielder, who has flown to center and grounded to third. Swings and foul tips it into Luke November's mitt. No balls, 2 strikes, 5-2 our score. Spain leading South Africa in what is the final game of the opening round for each of these 2 teams. Now a slow chopper hit to short. Pretorius couldn't really get it out of his glove the way he wanted to as he was on the move. And Schwartz hangs his head, but nothing to hang your head about there, young man. I'm not sure that that was ever going to be anything but a leadoff infield single once it hit the bat and made it past the mound. So softly hit. You see by the time the ball arrived at the first base bag, look who had already passed it. That sidearm toss for Pretorius. Certainly got a lot on it. But again, that was really softly hit ground ball. Sometimes you can make a pitch so good it works to your disadvantage. And Jose Castillo was driven in a run with a sacrifice fly and also scored a run all the way back in the bottom of the 1st to give Spain the game's first lead. Swings and connects. Hits it out to left center field really deep and high off the wall. And then it's going to go past Miller, who didn't take the best angle in center field. The throw from him goes to third, and diving in head first with an RBI triple is Castillo. A big blow from Spain. It's now 6-2.
Number 7, third base, Ruben Fernandez.
That ball had so much carry. Dumping off the hashtag World Cup. And Schwartz may be starting to fade now. That's the 4th hit allowed, 5th hit, I should say, that he's allowed in the last 2 innings. After giving up just 2 in the first 2. Oh, 1 line fair. And it'll go to 7-2 now. A single, a triple, a double. And the Spanish hitters, the 4th time through the lineup, beginning to look a lot more comfortable.
Now hitting number 9, center field, Franco.
It's a tough adjustment to going up against these South African pitchers, none of whom overpower you with their fastballs. After facing a United States pitching staff yesterday that had a couple guys going up in the mid-90s in terms of miles per hour. You're not going to get much more than 80 from South Africa's pitchers. And that's nothing against these South African pitchers. It's just the way it is.
We got kid.
Action in South Africa's bullpen. A look back at second, a 1-1 grounded foul, a ball and 2 strikes. Curveball, line drive, right center, and another extra base hit, and maybe 3 more. Throw to the cutoff man, the relay to third. It is indeed the second triple of the inning, and the 4th hit overall. It's been a 3-run bottom of the 6th so far, and it's 8-2.
Juan Gonzalez.
Single, triple, double, triple. And Schwartz's pitch count is up. Over 70 now. That happened pretty quickly. Surprised he's still out there, to be honest, as Gonzalez takes a ball. Spain opening up the largest lead of the game. Ground ball to third. That'll add another. Oh boy, now the wheel's starting to come off for South Africa. 9-2. That ground ball to short. Off the bat looked like it would bring in a run, but at least produce
Now hitting number 16, left field.
the first out of the inning. But it's an error. An error like 3 different ways. You saw the exhale at the end of that play as Pretorius was just a little too tight. You got to breathe. And that may be it for Schwartz, who will walk off the backside of the hill, grab a new glove, and I think go play short himself. Pretorius coming out. He's not going into pitch. But we do have a change. It's 9-2 Spain with nobody out and men on base here in the bottom of the 6th.
남아프리카 공화국의 선수 교체가 있겠습니다. 선수 키안 아프리카.
Now coming into pitch for Team South Africa. Pitcher, number 14, Keon Africa.
novia coreana.
Keon Africa, the new pitcher for South Africa. A 9-2 ball game all of a sudden. It was 3-2 going into the 4th, 4-2 going into the 5th, 5-2 when we began play here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And now 4 straight runs with nobody out. It was 4 straight hits before that error that knocked Keon Schwartz off the hill. He stays in the game though to play short. Darian Pretorius taken out of the game, and that's where Keon Africa enters the lineup in the 8th slot, which is due to bat second when we get to the 7th. See what we get from
Keon Africa, the left-hander whose first pitch is in the dirt for ball one. The batter Paul Rodriguez, who has not been kept off the bases today. That 1-0 pitch sent into center field, a base knock. And the hits keep coming for Spain.
6번 타자 포수 루이스 마틴.
Now hitting number 8, catcher Luis Martin.
Gonzalez, the lead runner at second. Rodriguez at first. Luis Martin, of 2 walks and a line out, steps in. If Spain's able to build a 15-run lead here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, then that's the ball game. But here's a ground ball to third. The out at second, the throw to first, and it's a 5-4-3 double play. Again, an instance where Lang had an opportunity to get the lead runner and ignored that opportunity to throw instead to second. And I guess when it works, it works.
Now hitting number 1, second base, Sapero.
And as I watched the replay, I really like that decision. Instead of charging at the runner or running to third and then throwing across the diamond, he just let his mind take the play off, let his body take over. Gets 2 outs with the play as Jan Sapero takes a strike. So Martin grounds into the 5-4-3. Gonzalez, the lone base runner now, the man on third. Africa's pitch. Outside, 1-1. Eighth batter of the inning. Biggest inning for Spain. 4 runs already in and a pop foul off the bat. One and 2. Spain's advantage in the hit column, 12-2. South Africa has committed 4 errors, Spain a pair. And the 1-2 pitch, Keon Africa gets away from November. His throw to the plate is not going to come. It's a wild pitch and a run scores. It's 10-2. He's gotten a workout back behind the plate today. And what a classy move from Keon Africa, who went and picked up his catcher's face mask as Luke November was collecting himself. Ooh, he slid hard. I didn't see that. Slid hard into the wall there. And as he handed the face mask back to Luke November, Keon Africa said, "Don't worry about it, my bad." And now comes with a 2-2 pitch that's grounded to second. And the side retired in the 6th. But a big inning for the first time Spain able to break away from South Africa. They lead the game 10-2 after 6 complete.
초 남아프리카 공화국 공격 7번 타자 이루스 케빈 코스티간.
Top of 7th inning. Now hitting number 11, Second base, Kevin Costigan.
Kevin Costigan is the leadoff man for South Africa. They need to get on the board here, and they need some runs in a hurry to kind of keep the game alive. If they don't score and Spain scores 2 in the bottom of the 7th, then that's the ball game. First pitch up and into Costigan, who's reached on an error and popped out in foul ground to the catcher, Luis Martin. 1-0, fouled straight back. But setting aside what Kevin Costigan has done with the bat in his hands today, he's had himself a day. Making the play of the day, the leaping catch at second base, not to mention a diving stop at second that nearly resulted in an out. As this pop foul becomes the first out of the inning. So 1 down.
8번 타자 투수 Keon Africa.
Now hitting
Now
number
Keon
14
Africa.
pitcher, Keon Africa.
Came in to pitch in the bottom of the 6th and did well. Immediately got a ground ball double play. Making his first plate appearance after Durian Pretorius went 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Africa takes away. Penzenberger out deck. 1-0 for a strike. One and two. And a good take up high. First plate appearance of the tournament for Keon Africa. And he grounds a curveball fair over the third base bag. He's thinking about going to second. And he'll be in without a throw. It's a 1-out double. And his dugout loves it. A 2-strike pitch that he tugs down the line.
Now hitting number 17.
And he can't help but
right
smile.
field, Regan Penzenberger.
He's on this roster as a pitcher. It got under the dive, and you hear the explosion out of the first base dugout. 15 players had made at least one plate appearance for South Africa prior to this game. That's nearly the entire roster. And now 16 have, and Keon Africa deserves some congratulations for that. Now the pitch inside to Penzenberger, who's gone 1 for 8 as a hitter through the course of this opening round. That's the third hit of the day, second double of the day for South Africa. And a swing and a miss. 2-1 as Penzenberger may have just helped out Jorge Mayral a bit. Mayral up to 85 pitches. There's been action in the bullpen since the second inning, off and on. That one's low and outside, so it's 3-1. A couple runs here would be really big for South Africa. It wouldn't put you in that immediate danger, at least you'd think, of seeing the game end in the 7th inning. And there's a walk, and it's first and second.
1번 타자 3루수 Jamie Lane.
Now hitting number 26, third base, Jamie Lane.
Now we get to also see Keon Africa, the base runner. He'll break for third on that soft tapper, and everybody's going to be safe. It's an infield single for Jamie Lang. Bases loaded for South Africa. Myral looked to third, but there was nobody home as Ruben Fernandez had broken away from the bag in an effort to try and pick up the ground ball. Again, nobody to fault for that play, just a well-placed ground ball or a poorly placed ground ball, depending on who you ask. And with the pitch count one shy of 90, congratulations get showered on Jorge Myral, who departs with a 10-2 lead. The pitching change, and we'll be right back here on the final game of the final day of the opening round.
스페인의 선수 교체가 있겠습니다. 선수 다비드 아르사.
Now coming into pitch for Team Spain, number 10, David Arza.
The new pitcher for Spain is right-hander David Arza. He started warming up in the second inning. He's been up and down ever since. A really good outing from Jorge Myral has kept him in the pen until right now. Top of the seventh, one out, bases loaded for South Africa. And Cornelius Miller batting. Miller's second in the lineup is lined back to the hill, grounded out to first and flown out to left. First pitch, high. One ball, no strikes. Now it's in there, 1-1. Arza blows it past Miller. To the count. Cornelius hitless in the tournament. Oh for 9. Just turned 17 this past August, less than a month ago. A couple of weeks ago is his 17th birthday. A good battle unfolding.
Left-hander waits, right-hander with a look to second before the pitch. It's grounded back to him. He didn't know where to go at first, now he goes home. Then the throw to first, not gonna be in time. I think David Arza looked everywhere except third base before deciding where to throw that ball, and ultimately he made the right decision, but in that moment of indecision, he cost himself the chance to turn two and get out of the inning without allowing a run. There's the look to first, then the throw home, and that return throw to first base, not quite in time. Good pick by Juan Gonzalez too. If that ball gets past him, 2 runs might have scored. Bases still loaded, not out of the woods yet. Keon Schwartz comes in. Inning began with a pop out, then a double, a walk, a single, that ground ball back to the mound, and now Schwartz, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out along with a walk. Curveball, strike 1. Good pitch from Arza. Very quickly, nothing in 2. Good job by Schwartz, fouling it back, living to see one more. Just under it. Arza might want to go to school off that pitch, bring the fastball just a bit higher. Instead he goes to the breaking ball, and Schwartz was on it. Lunging across the dish, the bat locked into his hands. 0-2. Lined out into center field. It's down for a hit, and that'll plate 1. Here's the throw towards the plate. 2-run score on Keon Schwartz's single, and it's a 10-4 game. Schwartz goes to second on the throw to the plate. What a day he's had.
Now hitting number 1, catcher, Luke November.
A 2-strike pitch he could handle. First 2 runs batted in for Keon Schwartz this tournament. Miller's at third, Schwartz is at second. Another base hit could turn this into a 4-run game. Luke November, a good little hitter, is gone 0 for 3 today though. Rips this one, but right at short, and the side retired. So we will go into the bottom of the 7th, 10-4 Spain ahead of South Africa.
(7번) 스페인 공격 8번 지명타자 라파엘 블랑카.
Bottom of 7th inning. Now hitting number 29, designated hitter, Raphael Blanca.
Raphael Blanca is the only member of Spain's starting lineup that didn't bat in the 6th when they scored 4 times, no 5 times. And seemed to be on the verge of maybe putting this game to bed. But now a pop out, and there's one out in the 7th. If they had held South Africa scoreless in the top of the 7th, then just 2 runs would have been enough to end the game here. But now they'll need 4 to build the 10-run lead that after 7 innings would be enough to make it official.
Now hitting number 12.
I don't know. We might be destined to play 9.
Franco.
And why not? That's why we're all here. Curveball, good pitch, strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Keon Africa dealing. Almost had a 3-pitch strikeout there. Franco just tipping it to stay alive. Panama cutting into what was a 5-0 U.S. lead, and a hit by pitch will put a man on first.
It
was 5-0 the United States, but now it's
Now
5-3.
hitting number 2, shortstop,
Just not the way that the USA wanted to be spending the regularly scheduled day off. Locked in a lengthy battle with a team that's going to the consolation round. You might be wondering why these games are even being played. They don't really impact the standings at all. And when I say really, I should drop that. They don't impact the standings at all. But that's the way it's done. If the game's on the schedule, we play it. Whether it means anything or not. Here's a line shot foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Castillo's had a fine day atop the order. A single, a triple, a sacrifice fly, 3 productive plate appearances, and a strikeout mixed in there too. 2 runs scored, 2 runs batted in. One ball, 2 strikes. Keon Africa seems to be having a bit of trouble getting comfortable out there, but tugs the cap back on, and now he settles into the rubber. The lefty's 1-2. Grounded towards third, past the dive of Lang into left field. That's a 3rd hit for Castillo. Even the Olay today, a little listless.
Now
Everybody's
hitting
tired.
number 7, third base, Ruben Fernandez.
This is usually a pretty fiery Spanish bunch, but it's been a grind to get through these first round of games.
이번 타자 3루수 루벤
And it's
페르난데스.
certainly taking its toll. And just because these teams didn't play back on Monday when their game was rained out. Doesn't mean they weren't here and putting in the work, getting ready to play. It's not like they had a day off at all. Curveball misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Swinging a foul and a grimace. Ruben Fernandez fouled it right off himself.
Tengo que comprar el del pie, tío. ¡Ey, no ponen lo del play! ¡Ay! Deja que la bola llegue. Alguien tarde.
Nice block by Luke November.
Un poquito la carga para que tenga la bola. Está bien, ahí está bien.
Two and two. Keon Africa has really slowed his pace considerably here in the bottom of the 7th. Leaving that pitch low and away, the count moves full 3 and 2. Payoff is high, and that'll load him up.
Hey, let's go! Let's go!
I wonder if Keon Africa is just out of gas.
Now hitting number 9, Central Field, Frank Hernandez.
Come,
A mistake here could end the game. Hernandez with a home run would give Spain a 10-run lead. Ground ball into left field. That'll score at least 1, probably 2. The throw to the plate. Over the cutoff, but no advance from Fernandez. It's a 2-run single for Hernandez, and the game-winning run is aboard.
Now hitting number 24, first base.
It started harmlessly enough, a little pop out to first, but then, a single, a walk, and now another single. And here's Spain on the verge of walking it off in 7. Juan Gonzalez has gone hitless in 4 tries. Line back to the hill in the first. That was probably the hardest ball he's hit.
남아프리카 공화국 수가 있겠습니다. 투수 로버트 스미스.
Now coming into pitch for Team South Africa, number 10, Robert Smith.
The new pitcher is Robert Smith, and he's got to keep Spain from scoring 2 runs if this game is going to the 8th inning. Smith takes over for Keon Africa, who ran out of juice here in the 7th. Walking 1, hitting 1, and giving up 2 singles. Now it's Juan Gonzalez trying to win it. An extra base hit would do just that, and a good first pitch from Robert Smith. 1 strike the count. We'll look in, the sign's taken. A pitch, hit to second, bobbled. But still time at first after 2 little misplays to get the out. The runners advance, Fernandez to third, Hernandez to second.
Now hitting number 16, left field, Paul Rodriguez.
Paul Rodriguez, who has, well, not been kept off the base paths today. Coming up. Never say die attitude from Kevin Costigan there at second. Wasn't easy. Fought through the initial misplay and then a second whiff to get the out. Rodriguez can win it with a single meanwhile. If he gets the ball out of the infield, we can pretty much count on this game being over. Smith over the outer half with strike 1. This is the second time he's pitched in the opening round of this tournament. The other outing was against Panama. Gave up 4 runs, 3 earned on 3 hits in an inning and 2/3 with 2 walks and a strikeout. One ball, 1 strike. Gilbert, Schwartz, Africa, and Smith. Two balls, 1 strike. Three and 1. pretty good with ball 4 to load him up.
Ipan 타자 퍼스 루이스 마틴.
Now hitting number 8, catcher, Louis Martin.
Luis Martin, will he be the one to win it? Or will we go to the 8th? Or will we land somewhere in between and bat around here in the 7th? First pitch, popped up. Out of play for strike 1. Martin hitless today, 2 walks. A ball he smoked towards second that was taken out of the air by Kevin Costigan, whose feet were a few feet off the ground, and then a ground ball to third that started a 5-4-3 double play. That was the last time Martin came up to bat. That was in the 6th when Spain had its first 6 batters reach base safely before a couple of ground balls ended the inning suddenly. There was 5 runs across for Spain in that inning, but it could have been a lot worse for South Africa. And now a fly ball to left field. Moving over, riffle, and let's go to the 8th. It's 12-4 Spain after 7.
Let's get some more runs here. Come on, boys.
파레초 남아프리카 공화국 공격 5번 타자 1루수 컬린 그린슬레이.
Top of 8th inning. Now hitting number 8, first base, Corbin Greenslade.
Well, here we are in the 8th inning. We made it. It's 12-4 Spain over South Africa. 12 runs, 14 hits. 2 errors for Spain. 4 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors for South Africa. Corbin Greenslade leading off against David Arza. His first pitch is inside for ball 1. I'm Craig Durham. So happy that you've stayed with me into the 8th here for this battle between 2 teams headed towards the consolation bracket. Foul ball high in the air, out of play. The whistles blow to warn the folks between the fields to duck for cover. It's the equivalent of yelling 4 on a golf course when you hear that whistle blow. 1-1 pitch, meanwhile, is low, and it's 2-1. These 2 games, trains running on parallel tracks. The last 2 games of the opening round, the United States and Panama, also in the 8th inning, in the top of the 8th inning, as a matter of fact. 5-3 the score. The United States trying to wrap up the opening round 4-1. Panama looking for its 2nd victory here in Busan.
or I guess Gijang, to be more specific. Busan, the nearest big city. I believe it's about 45 minutes away. I don't think I'm going to get to see it. Was planning on heading in there tonight. Catch a little KBO ball, but here we are. Ground ball foul. The Lotte Giants, part of the KBO, play in Busan, a historic franchise. Been told that some of the best baseball fans in Korea are down here in the southeast corner. Two foul tips straight back. So we'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes. Grounded right side. A diving stop, but nothing further, and the leadoff man is aboard for South Africa. Let's call it a hit. Give Corbin Greenslade his second of the day. It was a sliding effort from Sapero.
Left field, Joshua Mitchell.
Joshua Mitchell comes in to bat in place of Jordan Riffle. So Mitchell for Riffle in the 6th slot. And he's ahead 1-0. Already, without question, the best game South Africa's played in this tournament. A team that had scored 2 total runs. In its first 4 games, has scored 4 runs through the first 7 innings. The fewest runs that South Africa has allowed in a game in this tournament, 11. That was the first game they played against the United States. So they're pretty much right there with the 12 they've allowed. And it's 3-1. Three balls, 2 strikes. A man on first, nobody out. Josh Mitchell. His first plate appearance of the day so far in the tournament. He's 1 for 6. The ground ball back to the mound could be 2. There's the throw to second. No, that's going into center field. Ooh. 7 errors in the game. So instead of a double play, 2 outs and the base is empty, none out. First and second. Here's Kevin Costigan. Costigan showed bunt and then took a ball in the dirt.
1-0 as we crawl here in the top of the 8th inning. Duino playing some catch down in the bullpen for Spain. His team's employed just 2 pitchers today, Mayral and now Arza. Dean McKinnon looking on from the first base side dugout. Come on. Justin Castillo playing games with the lead runner. You really don't need to worry about the base runners. It's an 8-run game. You need outs, though. You need strikes to get outs, as we take it all the way back to square one. 3 balls, no strikes. Perhaps now would be a time to note that the decision's been made that the next time this tournament takes place, 2 years from now, all games will be 7-inning games. The runner, meanwhile, breaks for third. It's a walk to load him up with nobody out. So, for example, this game would be over. So at every game that gets to every 7th inning, it's going to be a wildly different feel. And it's not just the U-18 level, it's every youth level, and I believe U-23 as well. A dramatic fundamental change is coming to the WBSC events. A mound visit here. I don't think a pitching change, though. South Africa qualifying for this tournament as the entrant from Africa. The most senior South African team will be participating at the Europe-Africa Olympic qualifying event. It takes place in Italy in just 2 weeks' time. That gets underway. 2 weeks from today. South Africa will be matched up against one of 5 teams from Europe. There's going to be 6 teams in the field. 6 teams from Europe, or rather 5 teams from Europe and South Africa who have qualified as the entrant from Africa into the Europe-Africa qualifier. So the winner of that tournament goes to the Olympics. The only team we know of the 6-team field as of now is Japan, as a strikeout of Smith gives us 1 out in the 8th. Japan, the host nation, automatically in the field for the Olympics next summer in Tokyo, though the baseball will be played all over Japan. 2 teams will qualify out of this November's Premier 12. And then there'll be a couple more qualifying events next March. Very exciting year on the World Baseball calendar. The countdown is really on. Of course to the Olympics, but to the Premier 12 as well. A massive undertaking with opening round games being played in 3 different nations. And a 4th, Japan, hosting the Super Round and Finals. 2 balls and a strike, meanwhile, on Panzenberger, who's making his 2nd plate appearance of the ball game. Bases are loaded thanks to a single, an error, and a walk. South Africa scored twice in the 7th, looking for more here in the 8th, and that one nearly came in and hit Panzenberger, who's ahead 3-1. A walk would, of course, push across a run. And that's exactly what happened. A walk to force in a run, and it's 12-5.
Now hitting number 26, third base, Jamie Lane.
They're going to stick with Arza. You got to keep some of your arms rested and ready for the consolation round to begin tomorrow. So David Arza is going to have to find himself here. He's thrown 40 pitches, 24 for strikes. And that one slipped. He's really just not feeling it right now. Two and 0. Not sure what that was that David Arza just hucked towards the third base side dugout, but I guess he didn't need it anymore. In with a strike.
Protect the plate all the time. Protect the plate all the time. Come on.
Something from his shoe, and now a wild pitch to the backstop, to the plate, a head first slide and a run for South Africa. They've cut the lead down to 6. I think Spain might have to make a pitching change soon. They don't want to risk losing this game. Not that it would mean anything. The lead runner now Costigan, Panzenberger behind him. Both men in scoring position. And Lang swinging at ball 4. So it's a full count, 3-2. That's a big help to David Arza. This one driven to left center field. This is going to get back there and get down. That'll bring in a pair. Lang's into second. We've got a 4-run game. It's 12-8. Wow.
Cornelius Miller.
Now hitting number 21, center field, Cornelius Miller.
Four runs in the top of the 8th inning. It's a 12-8 game, and that'll be it for Arza. We've got a pitching change, and we'll be right back.
세트에이드 선수교체가 있겠습니다. 투수 프란시스코 산체스.
Now coming in to pitch for Team Spain, number 22, Francisco Sanchez.
We pick it up in the 8th inning. 6 batters have come up for South Africa. 5 have reached base. It's 12-8. This game looked a few minutes ago like it was just about to be over. And now a throw to first, and the tying run is in the on-deck circle. A bunt single for Miller. Welcome to the ballgame, Francisco Sanchez.
Now hitting number 5, shortstop, Keon Schwartz.
Great bunt from Miller. You can just laugh now, I guess. What else are you going to do? This is wild. After the 6th, it was 10-2. Spain was 2 runs away when they went into the 7th from winning the game in 7 innings by virtue of the 10-run rule. And South Africa scored twice to turn it into a 4-run game. Runner breaks from first, the throw down to second. Not in time, a stolen base. You can feel the confidence swelling up in this bunch from South Africa. There's a curveball for a strike. The pitch grounded, just foul, past third base. When we started this inning, it was 12-4. And again, if Spain had been able to get through it without incident, they would have had a chance to score 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to end it. Now they're fighting to hold the lead. And a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. First ball for Francisco Sanchez. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, that's a huge strikeout for Sanchez. The Schwartz has had the biggest day of all of South Africa's batters. In that crucial moment, couldn't find the curveball, though he still has a 2-hit, 2 RBI day. He may get another chance if we get to the 9th, which it sure looks like we will. Here's Luke November. Hitless in 4 tries, a good curveball, strike 1. He's seen a lot of breaking balls today. One after another after another. The lead runner, Jamie Lang, is on third. Cornelius Miller is on second. 3 hits in the inning, 2 walks, an error, 2 strikeouts. South Africa's batted around, and we'll find out perhaps with this next pitch whether or not it ends here. 0-2. Luke lays off. Chopper foul. One, two, grounded, foul.
And a swing and a miss, back-to-back punch-outs from Sanchez to strand a pair in scoring position. 4 big runs on the board for South Africa, though. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 12-8.
Run.
바르바 스페인 공격 최건 타자 2루수 얀 세페로.
Bottom of 8th inning. Now hitting number 1, second base, Jan Sapero.
We've arrived in the bottom of the 8th. It's taken us 3 hours to get here. It'll be the bottom third of the order. Giancarlo Sapero, Raphael, Blanca, and Jorge Franco against Robert Smith, who has to remember how to pitch after a lengthy top half of the 8th inning. He goes into his motion and misses inside with the first one. Sapero has been held hitless today, but he's also stolen home plate. You win some, lose some. That's not a bad outcome today. Besides that, he's again been quiet on the score sheet. He's 0 for 4 in total. He's been on board twice, though, twice with the fielder's choice. And that one up over his head. Unless Spain scores 6 here in the 8th, and the most runs they've scored in a single inning in this game has been 5. Unless they score 6, we'll get on to the 9th inning. It'll be the first time that the South Africa group has played a full 9-inning game at this tournament. Line drive, center field, and a base hit. The first of the day for Sapero. Spain out hitting South Africa 15-8.
8번 지명 타자 라파엘 블랑카.
Now hitting number 29, designated hitter Raphael Blanca.
It's a final from Field 2. The United States finishes the opening round 4-1. They beat Panama 5-3. The fact that these two games have run on the long side will certainly delay the announcement of the Super Round and Consolation Round schedules. The next step, of course, in this tournament. 0-1. A ball and a strike. Congratulations to the United States joining Chinese Taipei and Japan with the 4-1 records. Coming out of Group B. Group A was decided
this afternoon. The Australian national team, a thrilling 7-6 win over Canada. A win that puts them immediately on top of the Super Round standings. They're the only 2-0 undefeated Super Round team. Everybody else, all 5 teams, are 1-1. I don't recall a tournament where that's been the case. We have one team at 2-0 and everybody else at 1-1, because what you do, you pool all 6 teams together and look at their records against one another. Smith gets the strikeout. First out of the inning, Blanca knew it. He turned around, he knew it. I don't think our umpire realized the count. That was his standard strike call, not his punch out. I think Blanca helped him out by just turning and walking into that third base side dugout. Steady diet of curveballs, nobody covering second on the throw. So a stolen base for Sapero. And that's exactly what you do when you turn around and see nobody at second base. You throw your arms up in the air. And now you dance out of the way of a hard line drive. The ball into center field. Here comes the throw to the plate. A good strong throw from center field, and Miller keeps the run from scoring at least. Sapero stops at third. Franco's on first. And here comes Spain.
Here we go, 10. Let's go, let's go. Go, Nobby. Here we go, 10. Here we go. Here we go, Rob.
Fly ball right field. Panzenberger charges in. He can't get to it. That'll score a run. It's 13-8.
Now hitting number 7, third base, Ruben Fernandez.
An RBI single. That is a third run batted in and a 4th hit for Justin Castillo in the leadoff spot.
Here we go, Rob. Here we go, Rob. Here we go, Rob. Here we go, Rob.
0-1, or rather 1-0 from Smith with runners on first and second. That's down and in. Two and one.
Next one, 10. That's all we need. That's all we need. Don't lose it, Rob. Big picture, buddy. Just put it there. Let's go. There you go, 10. Here we go. Go, Rob. Let's go, boy. Come, Rob.
Smith battling here, down 3-1. He loses him and the bases are loaded. Spain could still win it here in the 8th.
Now hitting number 9, center field.
Smith doesn't find himself in a hurry. Now we're going to get a mound visit.
it'll actually be a pitching change, so we'll take a break and be right back.
남아프리카 공화국의 선수 개수가 있겠습니다. 투수 제라드 화이트.
Now coming into pitch for Team South Africa, number 83, Jared White.
Jared White will try and get some outs for South Africa. They need 2 of them. 2 of them without allowing more than 4 runs to send this game into the 9th inning. Keep hope alive. There's a ball that's going to score a run or 2. Yeah, let's say it's going to score 2. And now Spain is ahead by 7, 15-8.
4번 타자 1루수 후안 곤살레스.
Now hitting number 24, first base, Juan Gonzalez.
Two-run single for Hernandez. How many hits is that for Frank today? How about a 6-hit day for Frank Hernandez? Singles in the 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 8th. He's batted in 4 straight innings. He tripled in the 6th inning. And he has driven in 5. Now ground ball to 3rd. They could end the inning. There's the out at 2nd. That's the only out they'll get. Another run scores, an RBI for Gonzalez, who on the other side of the coin has gone 0 for 6. Though he does help his team take a 16-8 lead and bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Paul Rodriguez.
So the 4 runs that South Africa plated in the top half of this 8th inning have been immediately answered. Mercy. Hope there's a big bag of ice with Luke November's name on it for after this game. High pop fly, left side of the infield. Let's go to the 9th. It's 16-8, Spain over South Africa.
9회 남아프리카 공화국 공격 어반타자 1루수 콜빈 그린슬레이드.
Top of 9th inning. Now hitting number 8, first base, Corbin Greenslade.
Corbin Greenslade to bat for his 5th time. He's been on base 4 times today. Who hasn't? We've seen 24 runs. We've seen 26 hits, 7 errors. Testing all the bulbs on the board in center field tonight. The lights have come on too. 1 strike on Greenslade. South Africa trailing by 8 runs has reached the 9th inning for the first time in this tournament. Spain trying to earn another victory, a second victory in the opening round. One-two pitch, fouled, hit hard. That inside fastball got turned on. And now a little tapper off the end of the bat, back to the mound. And some good work being done by Francisco Sanchez. 1 out.
6번 타자 좌익수 조슈아 미첼.
Now hitting number 77.
First time in 5 tries they've kept Greenslade off the bases. South Africa down to its last 2 outs. Swing and a miss. 0-1 on Joshua Mitchell. Oh, 2.
Protect the plate, come on.
Oh, 2 still. And a wave and a miss. 2 gone in the 9th. This is it for South Africa. It's been a heck of an effort. Really fun game for this team. Having scored 2 runs in the first 4 games to have put 8 up on the board today. Has to be a thrill. Kevin Costigan's made a couple of otherworldly plays defensively. Swing and a miss. Down to his last 2 strikes.
Wait back on it, come on.
1-1. And a pitch a little bit high and outside. Again, we don't know the schedule for the super round or the consolation round yet. We won't know it for a few hours, I don't think. But we will hopefully be bringing you 6 more games tomorrow, weather permitting. And hopefully we'll be using all 3 ballparks. All 3 fields, I guess. Also weather permitting. Foul tip. We're not quite done yet. That first field is the only one that's all grass and dirt, and it, for some reason, doesn't have a tarp. You can't cover it up when it rains, and that's not good. That's why we've been forced into using this 2-stadium setup the last few days. Looking over at that field earlier, it doesn't look like it's close to ready yet. If it rains anymore, you can forget about it. Costigan continues to battle here. Three-two, fouled again. Another payoff, and it's a called third strike to end the ball game. Congratulations to Spain for winning its second game of the opening round, but a tip of the cap to South Africa in defeat. They score 8 runs, 6 more than they'd managed in 4 games combined. The final line score 16 runs, 18 hits, and 3 errors for Spain. 8 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors for South Africa. It was fun, and we will do it all again tomorrow with 6 more games here at Gijang-Hyundai Dream Ballpark. Until then, Craig Durham saying so long, and that's a wrap on the opening round.
For Rodriguez, center. Team number 2, shortstop. Now hitting number 19. for Team South Africa. Pitcher.
지나갈 때. 어떻게 생각도 안 되는데. 경기 진짜 빨리 끝났던데. 16대 8인데 지금 끝났어.